What up guys, the Fearless Pug is here, and today I am going to be doing a guide on Star Wars Old Republic, and just the basics of Star Wars Old Republic. You know, just how to play the game, just for a basic player, a brand new player, not knowing how to play the game, looking up on videos up on YouTube, because, oh crap, I was once a noob, and I know how it feels, so I thought I might as well help out the community, and yeah, we're just going to go from here. So I just started a new character. This is a Imperial agent. If you don't know, they're on the Sith side, I guess, the dark side. And really no one's on right now. You can see, I just named this character Noob for Life. I'm just going to be doing basic tutorial and how to take cover, stuff like that, and how to get items out, get your character. So let's just start like you don't know anything about the game. So Star Wars The Old Republic is a MMO, which stands for Massively Multiplayer Online, and it is from BioWare and EA. Oh, EA is the publisher, but BioWare actually made the game. Alright, first of all, if you ever get stuck somewhere, like let's say you get stuck on this chair, all you have to do is type /stuck, and it'll like shoot you somewhere else. And that will fix it. Sometimes you will die though, just FYI, because it's possible to die from that. So, just FYI. And when you die in the game, let's get out of here first. When you die in the game, your items will actually, the durability will go down. So, I will show you how to fix that and a bunch of other things. This is just a starter guide. Alright, so this is we're on the planet Hutta, and the bounty hunter also starts here. They're on the Sith side. I have a level 50 bounty hunter myself, and the bounty hunter actually will start in there. See, I know your face. And yep, there are 50 levels in Star Wars Old Republic, and it should take you, if you really power level, it should take you about,
learn the routes through town.
What is it?
Just don't let the boss hear you dodging work because of a few gangsters.
Playing? I don't know. Didn't take me that long. You can power level pretty fast. I'll show you some tricks how to power level. So this is how you accept a quest. That's the quest sign. And you go up and you right click. And it will say something. If you want to skip, you can just press spacebar. Give me a message. I don't know, it's a Nemro. Nemro is the hut here.
I can spare a minute.
And the cool thing about this game is you can really design your character. And they have I forgot to do character selection of how to create your character and all that stuff.
I'll see what I can.
But I thought I didn't need to show that. It's pretty basic. We're just gonna accept a couple quests here, just to get started.
No.
Nope.
And you can, and sometimes during quests will have an option to go dark side or light side if you want to kill the guy, or if you want to save his life. So that will later in the game. I'm neutral right now because I haven't done anything. That will give you like different social items and different speeders and stuff like that. So it's not a huge impact on the game, but I like that it's there. So on this mini map right here, that's where you want to go. That's like this is like the compass. If you play Call of Duty or anything like that, and we're at Reactor. Alright, so for these kind of characters, you want to take cover. And with a 1, 2, and 3, those are your basic. Oh, another character there. Those are your basic attacks and defenses. So let's see what they say. So rifle shot shoots a rifle target, dealing. It's pretty basic. Take cover. Oh, you just take cover. It's pretty basic. And later, I believe you get a shield to take cover behind. And with this. Explosive probe. This is heat. And every different class has stat ability, kind of like the bounty hunter is heat. So for the bounty hunter, I want that as low as possible. But for this, I guess you want it as high as possible. Oops. Yeah, it rolls through the cover. And the cover lets you dodge easier, take less damage. So let's go in here for a quest. And there's different phases, so he'll disappear. characters. And you can just
How'd an alien on Hutter end
there's
up?
hundreds of
What do I
hours
have
of
to do?
dialogue. You can choose to watch it all. You can choose to skip it all. It's totally
What
up
kind
to
of
you.
it?
Right. That's what I really like about this game. It's really up to you. You can experience it how you want to experience it. You can rush through just to get to end game content, or you can really enjoy the storyline. But this also has a lot of great end game content. And when you get to level 10, you can actually do PvP. Just like kind of WoW. I forgot what level you do that with WoW, but
You got some
anyway,
skill breaking through Fothra's.
you can choose to do PvP. Oh,
Hey,
You hear that,
let me
bro?
back on that. I'll show you an example.
You got.
Let me get there again.
Yeah.
trust.
Alright, so this is our first dark side or light side option. So, fine, pay up, or let him go. So I can be the good guy in the storyline. I can let him go, or I can, just be an a-hole pretty much. So you can be a good Sith, or you can be like a bad Jedi, which is kind of cool if you think about it. So, for the sake of this, let's just go dark side.
Hey, credits are credits. I'm not picky.
You hear that, bro? Your savior's just been bought.
And sometimes you'll get bonuses for doing the dark side. Like if I do dark side, sometimes I'll get like an extra 1,000 credits for the dialogue I
Once
picked.
Nemro's through with you, you're done.
Because for the storyline,
Please.
I don't know.
Stop.
Sometimes they'll actually
sniffing,
dramatically change the way a
Here,
quest ends.
Take your
So
credits,
let's say
and good luck
I'm
doing it, big brother.
let's say I'm an informant for the Jedi. I choose to turn on them and kill them, or I choose not to. I mean that's like an epic fight. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And for experience, sometimes you're just gonna want to go to like, mostly I'm dark side, but every now and then I'll just go like a light side, just because I don't want to fight someone, or just simple as that. Snipe. That's just a basic. Alright, so Imperial Agent. Imperial Agents are really cool because later you can do your class specification, and for every class there's 2 different specifications and 3 different skill trees. That's the skill tree and class specifications. But for Imperial Agent, there is Operative and a Sniper. And Sniper is the DPS, and Operative you can go healing or DPS. I probably will end up going Sniper. And so if you press L, this brings up your quests: infiltrate, defeat, and you can do here. You can choose to show, abandon, codexes will tell you information about people, lockouts, basics, all the those are raids. I don't know why. The log. And if once you don't want to do that. Once you have a one character, you can get a legacy, and you can have your legacy surname and show legacy bar. You can level up your legacy, and they haven't implemented any kind of bonuses for having a legacy, but they eventually will. And legacies will probably be something simple like get extra experience or just something basic. Don't worry about legacies right now. So like I just completed the killing 10 guys, and I've only run into this problem actually once. But if you have a full inventory and let's say you get a reward, but there's no inventory space, it'll just actually save it up here, and then once you clear out your inventory space or just sell something, you can accept the quest. So it's just kind of cool. Because I was worried I wouldn't get my item. There's accommodations you can use. It's kind of like a token. You can buy stuff, stims, or all kinds of different stuff. But I'm just going to get med pack for now. Level 2. And N, you can't click N right now, because once you get a companion, you can send them on crew skill. And I'll explain crew skills in probably another video, because it's a little more complicated. For right now, finish the basics. And these on the map, those are speeder. They're kind of like, not teleporters, but they're the main source of travel. And you can also macro, you can bind your keys to your, I don't know how to say it, your user interface, or your little bar down here, like your quick bars. There we go. So you can just enable different ones. You can enable right one. So if I click apply, I can add different bars right here. And if I unlock it, I can drag this over here. You can customize how it is, or you can go in key binding. You can bind all your keys. For my healer, I have everything bind. So that's a bounty hunter right there. Different armor, but pretty much the same thing for now. I highly recommend once you reach level 50, start binding your keys, or even before then, because it really helps in reaction time. Because I have my healing Q, E, R, T, and then for DPS it's Shift F, Shift R, Shift E, Shift Q. So Shift, if I hold Shift, it's all the same buttons, but just DPS. Sorry about that. So we're just killing some guys, getting some experience, and a lot of people will start grinding here. Don't grind here, just do the quests. And I'm sure I'm gonna get this question a lot: how to level up as fast as possible. Really, there's no secret, just quest. Honestly, I mean, at first I thought there's some leveling secret, but really it's just put in the time. You'll level up significantly faster if you don't listen to all the dialogue, but it's your choice. I highly recommend having a character, power leveling, and then a story character like I have, which is my Imperial Agent. And okay, so if you press M, you also get a map here. So actually, let me just go back through the basic keys. M is your map. N is your crew management window. You can't open that till you get a crew member or a companion, which you'll get pretty soon. B is your bag. B or I will open your bag. Let's say C is just your basic character, noobs for life. Levels, your basic stats, and you can equip stuff like weapon. P is your abilities, and you can actually later you'll get your specification. You can put all your abilities down here, and then it'll actually tell you what you can update or upgrade with leveling up. Because when you level up, you can go to your trainer and get new abilities. So I'm gonna go turn the quest in here, and this is the mailbox. And if you pre-order the game, you'll get like a code, or you'll get your like what I get. I get advanced crystal, yellow crystal, black and yellow crystal, and I also get a founder title medal that will let me. I'll show you. If you press C and click up here, you can actually change your title, and later you'll get like a whole mess of different titles. But I have probably like 15 different titles. My mercenary, a lot of different titles. And you can put like founder, or you can even later when you get your legacy, you can have your legacy name there. Let's go back in here. So yeah, and the basic movements are WASD, and then you can control with your mouse. You can play how you want to play. You can pretty much just play with the keyboard, or play with just the mouse, or play with both. I play with both personally, but it's all what you like. And then let's get back to the key bindings or basic keys. So G, obviously guild, and what else? Anything else good? For the chat up here, you can do R, or just enter, or slash, or you pretty much type anything. And I know there's not a whole lot to do right now.
The boss asked for?
Father's goons are out there putting holes in anything that moves.
No, let's talk to this guy.
I'm not going anywhere.
He was a coward and I'm sorry.
And you can select one reward. Now these are stims. Now stims give you an extra buff. Oh, let me explain buffs real fast. Cunning, aim. Because every class has its main stat. Now yes, aim is the main stat for bounty hunter and imperial agent. Or no. Aim and cunning, I believe, are the two main for this one. And then well, it depends. It depends what you're trying to beat. For tanks, it's endurance. Endurance gives you the most health. And tanks are basically people in raids who just pretty much take all the damage and aggro everything. So let me just go from ground zero. Let me just start from the very beginning. There are 3 different types of classes. There's DPS, there's healers, and there's tanks. Tanks, like I explained, need endurance. Now, endurance gives you most health, and you receive endurance from heavy armor mostly. DPS stands for damage per second, and their job is just to do damage, and their main stat is what their class main stat is for doing damage. Like, I believe Sith Warrior strength, and Sith Inquisitor is willpower. So that's the main stat for that, and same goes for healers. It's different depending on what class you are. For me, it goes aim and power for a bounty hunter mercenary. I will do another video showing you my mercenary, not right now. And this will also give you all your stats, range, tech, defense, PvP. You don't worry about PvP for now. Defense, all that good stuff. What else? Oh, what raids are? Raids is, let me get some. Raid is when you just find a group of people and you do.
Because he's
It's kind of like a quest, but it's a lot harder, and I don't know. It's hard to really explain raids in general, but you can do 8-man or 16-man, and you can do hard mode, I believe, which is called nightmare mode, and hard mode is just the quest again, but harder. And flashpoints, you can do flashpoints once you get to the Imperial fleet. And flashpoints are basically, they're kind of like raids. Think of, if you've played WoW, they're pretty much dungeons, but what flashpoints are, they're pretty much raids where you do like a quest in a huge group, but it's a 4-man group, and they're pretty cool. I like flashpoints. I haven't done that many flashpoints. I've been focusing on leveling mostly, and we're just kind of exploring right now. So, alright. I'm sorry. I'm kind of confused on what kind of ground to cover with brand new people. And okay, so okay, let's not worry about that. And so every class has a buff, and the buff increases their friendly. Let's just read it. Increases their friendly target's critical hit chance by 5% for 60 minutes. If the target is a party member, other party members will also be affected. Okay, so what that means, if I click it, it buffs. And it gives me critical strike chance increased by 5%. And when you're in a party or raid and someone types in buff, that's what you usually do. You press your buff. Every class has its own buff. Like the bounty hunters increase endurance, it increases endurance by 5%. So that's really good for tanks. And later in the game you get like a lot of health, so don't worry about it for now. Doesn't really help your health. It does not really matter. I mean, it matters if you're taking damage, but the number, the amount over here, look over here, that number does not really matter if you're a DPS or a healer, but if you're a tank, you just focus on that. I got something. I don't know why I'm not taking cover. There we go. Alright, how I do that is let me get a cover to show you. I can look at different objects with my mouse, and I can press 2. And if I want to go over there, the ball right there, I press 2, and I'm gonna die right here. So, how you use a med pack is you open it, you press I or B, item or bag, and you can click on them. And actually, I'm gonna press them on. Same way as then, just right click it, and there's a cooldown for it. Can't spam med packs. Nothing is fair. Let me just kill these guys. I might die. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Street captain. Oh, actually, I'll show you what happens when you die. Now, you can use a probe, which will automatically heal you exactly where you are, or a party member can heal you, which I recommend saving your probes if you're in a party, because then it's a longer cooldown. Because if you use a probe, the first time it's 10 seconds, the second time it's like, I think 15 or 30 seconds. No, I think it's 30 seconds, and then and then it just gets longer and longer, and then until you're at like 10 minutes. I've had one like so long that sometimes it's faster to go back to the med center. And I want to show you what happens when you go back to the med center. So when you go back to the med center, there's a medical droid, and a lot of people will just run away. But you need to, every now and then, if you die a lot, right click them and press repair all, and this will repair your durability. So if I press C, a character, and get if you look at an item, right under rating 2 or 4 armor, durability 89 to 100. Now if I repair it and go back to it, it's gonna have 100 durability. And what happens is you'll lose the effects or the buff it pretty much gives you. So like if let's say this gives me 100 armor and 50 endurance. Now if it has no durability, I don't get that little bonus it gives me of the buff. So it's very important to always remember to repair. And you can also buy like stims, basic stuff, and med packs, and just basic stuff from those guys. Now, how to use your crystal. If you have a crystal, if you pre-order this but you're confused how to use it, you need to go to an item modification center, and you can just put them in your gun, and you can just kind of use it. You have to be level 7 to use it, and not all weapons are customizable. What I mean is, I'm kind of lost in here. You can't put the crystal in every gun. Okay. I am lost. There we go. This place, if you look at the map, it kind of is confusing. Down here, not up here. Okay, so I've covered the basics. I've covered the basic keyboard. I've covered key bindings. I've covered basic information about raids and flashpoints. I've also, sorry, I'm jumping around. Let me sit down. I've covered abilities. I've covered specifications and skills. The skill tree. Let me explain that real fast. The skill tree. The skill tree. Once you get your specification, and you choose, there's two specifications for every class, and once you choose which way you want to go, there's 3 different skill trees for that different, or not really that different one, but for that specification that you chose. So let's say I'm a mercenary, and I chose to be, or I'm a bounty hunter, I chose to be a mercenary. Then I can go 3 different trees of different skills. So if I want to be a healer, it's I believe that it's called, I honestly forgot the name of it, but each skill tree has its name, and I can't really show you right now, but each different skill tree has a name, and yeah, and then you put your skills in there, and I'll explain all of this in a different video because I can't really do that right now. I don't have a skill tree. So what else? Oh, let me talk about XP. XP, that's how you level up in the game. So I need 2,040 experience points to level up. So if you kill every enemy you kill, I believe they give you like 50 right now, 50, 10. The hardness of the enemies will increase later. The NPCs will get harder to kill, obviously. So remember about that. And let me explain heroic quests. Heroic quests is pretty much like it's like a mini flashpoint if you think about it, because you need a group to do it. And the +2 and the +4 means how many players you need. So if it's a +2 heroic quest, then you need at least 2 people to do it. And I always, in the beginning, I'd honestly recommend staying away from heroic 4s. How about that? Awkward. Anyway, let me keep explaining this. Yes, that is my ringtone. I don't really care. I can change it eventually. So, I was explaining experience. There we go. Here. So, as I'm shooting this guy, there, 39 experience. So that will slowly level me up. And when you complete quest, you get experience points, and you will level up. So that's a basic thing. And let me explain quick travel. Just shoot this guy. There we go. Okay, so quick travels. I recommend using these if you're stuck out. Like, let's say, because that's how to explain. Let me go back over here. So quick travels are mostly used when you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you want to turn in a couple quests. I highly recommend saving it, because if you just use it every 30 minutes and then let's say 10 minutes later you really need to use it, and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, stuck in the middle of, oh my god, I can't even talk right now. You're stuck somewhere. Let's just say that. Alright, if you're stuck there, then you're stuck there. But quick travel is great because that says speeder. Where's the quick travel? It's in here. Now, what quick travels are is whenever you go to a new area or Imperial Fleet or any of that, there's these little stations everywhere, and you can bind here, which means if you right-click on it, it unlocks it, And you can now quick travel here. Every 30 minutes you can go here. Like, I'll go right here. But let me go outside and do it. It's gonna work here. And I highly recommend saving it until you have a bunch of quests to turn in, or you're stuck somewhere. Other than that, try to like ration it out and save it. So we're gonna use it right here. That's 6 seconds. 6 seconds to cast. And once it happens, you will like teleport here. Now Imperial Fleet Pass you will get later once you get to the Imperial Fleet, like around level 10. And every, I think it's 18 hours, but yeah, it's 18 hours. Every 18 hours you can use, it's just like the quick travel, but you can't choose where to go, which is shoots you to the Imperial Fleet. And I highly recommend doing that because I'm tying this into the experienced informational guide I'm giving, I guess. Oh, I'm stuck. So I recommend anytime you get off, let's say you're going to bed or something like that, use your emergency fleet pass, or try to go somewhere where it's it's a rest zone. What that means is when you come back, you will have pretty much double EXP, not for quests, but for killing NPCs. So I believe I'm enter a rest zone. So if I sit here and log off, let's say for a day, and come back, this whole bar, instead of being orange, it will be green. Green. And that will provide me double EXP towards killing NPCs. And that can actually be helpful if you're trying to level up fast, and let's say you need one more bar to level up. You can kind of grind, and you can do it pretty fast. And yeah, so once you get level 25, you'll get a starship, and then it'll get a little more complicated because then you have to go to different planets, and it's still very basic. So don't feel like you're overwhelmed with how to do it. And there's a great community out there on just Google any issue you have, Google it, and I can assure you that someone has already experienced that problem or has that question already, and someone has solved it. Because I've had many questions with this game where I've been stuck somewhere, or I can't figure out where to go. If you look it up,
You get those supplies the boss
yeah,
asked for?
that's the best advice I can pretty much give you right now. Is just if you have any questions, Google it, or not Google it. Look on the forums. If you go to StarWarsOldRepublic.com, and there should be a forums button, or if you just go to the Star Wars Old Republic forums, Google it. They will come up, and you can type in any question, make an account, and obviously you have an account if you have a character. But that's pretty much it for my guide part 1, pretty much, because my next video I'll hopefully go in detail with crew skills, skill trees, specifications, and stuff like that. So always remember to buff. And yeah, so the Fearless Pug is Silent Yo. Peace.